Minister, I'm just asking about the present procurement schedule and timelines for a new build, the Gael Coláiste, Fort Lorga, Ballygunner, the Hull.
Gurmagat Lascan Corlin and Gurmagat Deputy. The major building project for Gael Coláiste, Fort Lorga, Ballygunner, Waterford will be delivered under the Department's ADAPT programme. That's the Accelerated Delivery of Architectural Planning and Tendering. The ADAPT programme uses a professional external project manager to coordinate and drive the design team to achieve the best possible timeframe for the project through the stages of architectural planning to tender and ultimately construction. This is the third ADAPT delivery programme undertaken by my department since 2016 and involves major building projects for 30 schools, including, as you've referenced, the new school for Gael Coláiste, Fort Lorga. The tender process to appoint the project manager commenced in December. It's now complete and the project manager is appointed and has carried out a site visit to Gael Coláiste, Fort Lorga on the 24th of June. The Department recently contacted the School Authority with an update regarding the completion of the project manager appointment and the upcoming tender process for the appointment of a design team. The role of the design team is to design the project in accordance with the Department's design team procedures. This involves various stages, including preliminary design, detailed design, planning permissions, and then onwards to tender and construction. Until the design team have a preferred design option agreed and fully costed, and until all statutory applications have been granted in stage 2B of architectural planning, it would not really be possible to provide timelines in relation to the progression of the project to tender and construction stages. The anticipated timelines for projects in the ADAPT programme to complete the pre-tender stage of architectural planning is within 24 months of the design team appointment. This does not, as I've referenced, include the time which could be involved if delays in the planning application process or an appeal to An Bord Pleanála are encountered, but will be the timetable to which the project manager and the design team are guided to work towards.
Minister, I firstly want to thank you most sincerely for your engagement with me on this process from the outset. I'd say your diligent attention to this school project, which is so badly needed in the east of Waterford and is going to do so much to improve the whole ecosystem of Irish in the region. We have an adjacent Gael Scullna as a feeder school into the Gael Coláiste, Fort Lorga, which this year will take in almost 180 students, and for the last 3 years has had 2 junior cycle classes, so the school is going from strength to strength, as you know, Minister, but it is still operating out of prefab, so the construction of a new school here is really, really badly needed. I hope that we can find a way to try and reduce the procurement timelines as much as possible. I would envisage no difficulty in terms of planning in the area. I think the school will be most welcome. It's very, very badly needed for a burgeoning area of Waterford City, and I think it's very, very important for the development and the retention of our Changa, our culture, Kunde Port Lorga.
Thank you, Deputy. And again, just to acknowledge, and I do sincerely want to acknowledge the excellent work that goes on in the school. It's, its delivery of education to its students, its role in the community, the excellence of the entire school community. And I do know that this is a priority for delivery. And but there is a process, and in terms of, we say, the procurement process, in the first instance to appoint the project manager, that in itself involved a detailed, I suppose, commercial process, and many, I suppose, I was going to say hoops that you must jump, but they're there and they must be done. And I do think it is very positive that that process has completed. I think it is particularly positive too that the site visit has taken place and it took place as a priority. And that means that we can advance to the next stage. And in terms of the appointment of the design team, again, that's a significant body of work in that we're talking about the architect, quantity surveyor, civil and structural engineer, mechanical and electrical engineer, fire safety consultant, project supervisor for the design process, and all of that. And that will be given every opportunity to progress apace. I am mindful of what you've said in terms of the planning process, and obviously that will be helpful.
And Gary Margaret, and I just want to take this opportunity to give sincere thanks to Coitney Hay, the Príomh Tóir, and for the Noontach she has around her there, and particularly the Moon Tóri, the Tishmahori, and on board Bonishtiachta. And the other thing, just Minister, in terms of the site ownership, if that issue could also be, I think the department has to buy that site, if that could be expedited there. I know there's ongoing contracts, hopefully to be exchanged. But I just want to acknowledge again your work in this area, Minister, and the great importance that I think this school, it's a natural pivot to Onryan and Dungarvan, and it means that we will now have a really comprehensive school ecosystem, Osgailga and Idicus Tree Gaelga, and I think that's very important for Waterford. And I think the excellent work that's being done in Waterford is giving great grounding to the children there, giving them a great grounding in their culture and in the tradition of Irish, and that's something to be lauded. And hopefully now this project can progress apace, and we look forward to seeing it developed.
Thank you, Deputy. Again, just to acknowledge that every opportunity has been provided here. The department is very clear in its intention to deliver an ambitious building project, indeed, throughout the country, which does include this school. And it is, as you can see from the report that I have given, it is moving. It is moving apace. I think it's a significant acknowledgement that on appointment of the project manager, the site visit has taken place, and now we continue to move apace, to use your own phrase. It is important as well for the benefit of entire school communities that we do have the facilities that meet their needs, and every opportunity and every priority that we can give will be given. It is, as I say, part of a very ambitious building, I suppose, projects that we have throughout the country. We will move it as quickly as we can. We are mindful of the benefit that it will be to the school community, but in the interim, just to acknowledge, as I've said previously, the excellent work of the school community in delivering education.